Hello, hello, it's theme park news time, and boy do I have news for you. First up, new roller coasters. We've got a bunch of them. A few weeks ago we learnt more about Europa Park's new roller coaster. The ride is a MACK Big Dipper, featuring slightly larger 4-row trains instead of the traditional 2-row trains. However, last week the plans of the ride, featuring the ride's layout, were discovered. These show all of the buildings connected with the new roller coaster, as well as its path within the park. So, what's the scoop? Well, Europa Park's new roller coaster will feature 2 launch sections. The first will be vertical, propelling guests into what looks to be some form of inversion. Guests will then navigate a mixture of airtime hills and inversions before entering a turntable element. The trains will then spin around onto a different piece of track that features a multi-pass launch. You'll get launched 2 or 3 times between a spike and a top hat before eventually climbing the top hat and navigating the rest of the layout. Overall, we know the ride features a multitude of inversions and will be relatively long. It also looks likely to have some form of on-ride pre-show or show scene that aims to immerse you within the story. Some clever people on the Coasters World forum have broken down the plans for us, so it's worth checking them out. I'll put a link in the description below. The second new roller coaster comes from SeaWorld Orlando. It's been long rumoured that SeaWorld would be gaining another roller coaster so quickly after the last one, but this time, one built by the Swiss manufacturer Bolliger & Mabillard. SeaWorld Orlando posted an image on their social media the other day of 2 sections of roller coaster track. The blue track has been made by B&M, leading many to also speculate that the ride is going to be the long-rumoured surf coaster. The surf coaster has not really been confirmed by either the park or B&M themselves, and its exact nature isn't really known either. Some speculate the ride will be a new generation stand-up coaster, whilst others anticipate a large-scale launch roller coaster utilising similar trains to some B&M hypercoasters. We're not quite sure, but fortunately, time will tell who's right. More new roller coaster news. Tron, the new ride coming to the Magic Kingdom in Florida, has finally begun testing. Tron has been in construction for what feels like years at this point. The ride was announced in July of 2017, so we really have been waiting a while. Nevertheless, it's coming, apparently sometime this year according to Disney. Fortunately, now the ride is testing, surely the opening can't be too far away. Well, I'll believe it when I see it. In other news, Gröna Lund, a theme park in the middle of Stockholm, Sweden, had plans to expand. I say had for a reason, sadly. The King of Sweden, that's right, the King, has apparently put his foot down. He isn't happy with the park's plans to expand, or at least he kind of isn't. Initially, Gröna Lund wanted to buy some land next to the park, but that land was owned by the King. Fortunately, at the very beginning, King Carl Gustaf was on board with the idea. However, he's decided to change his mind. He won't sell the land to the park. Instead, he might lease it to them for a long but finite period of time. In turn, that might make it harder for the park to build new rides and attractions it wants on that plot of land. Sad times, King Gustaf, sad times. Whilst Gröna Lund suffers, Futuroscope, a theme park in France, prospers. The park has recently announced their plans to expand rapidly by 2025. Futuroscope will invest over 300 million euros in a multi-year investment plan to become a proper resort. By 2025, they'll construct 2 hotels, an aqua leisure park, whatever that is, an arena, and 3 major attractions for the theme park itself. The first is set to be a dynamic, immersive theatre, one with real sets and performances, supplemented by a 120-seat rotating platform. The second will be an indoor and outdoor boat ride filled with various dark ride show scenes. The final and most interesting is set to be an innovative thrill coaster. Sadly, however, the exact nature of that to-be roller coaster is currently unknown. But with 300 million euros to play with, hopefully it'll be a good one. And finally, some big news. The Florida Senate has passed a bill to remove Disney World's Special District. Let's break that down. In 1967, the area owned by the Walt Disney World Resort was turned into its own district, the Reedy Creek Improvement District. The district is entirely owned by Disney and grants them responsibility of a county government, i.e. to govern over its own land and environmental protections, and to provide its own medical services and fire protection services. In a nutshell, it allowed Disney more freedom to do what they wanted with the land that they owned. Fast forward to the present, and Florida passed the so-called Don't Say Gay bill, which banned discussions of sexual orientation or gender identity with school students of certain ages. After a scary amount of time, Disney finally condemned the bill, stating that it, quote, should never have passed and never should have been signed into law. Well, the Florida Senate didn't appreciate that. They set plans in motion to take away freedoms Disney have, starting with their own district. Lawmakers passed a bill on the 20th of April to dissolve Disney's district on the 1st of June 2023. This would remove Disney's special control and instead place them under the jurisdiction of their local county. What does this mean? Well, it potentially means the taxpayers of Orange County paying more to foot the bill of the services that Disney currently provide themselves. Overall, the bill was a seemingly knee-jerk reaction with little economic thought or analysis, so it'll be interesting to see how it all plays out. And there you go, that's all of the theme park news from the past week or so. There's lots of new exciting roller coasters to come, from Europa Park's new multi-launch coaster set to debut in 2023, to Tron at Magic Kingdom opening in 2032, at this rate anyway. Wow, incredible.